really hilarious. Speaking of which, I might need to. Well, I can do that once we start recording because I gotta look at a couple things.
All right, we're live.
Oh, we're live?
Uh-huh.
Hold on, let me start recording here. All right. It is, what day is it today? It's Friday. Today is Friday morning, and I should know this because I'm going out of town later today. But as you wake up on this beautiful Friday morning, you're probably wondering what segments I'm going to do because I'm drawing a blank. But we're going to be talking about what happened this week in the news. We're going to be finding out what Dave thought of the most entertaining Batman movie ever made. And then we're going to see how good Dave does on his listener submitted quiz. All right, Dave.
Welcome to Forget Being Cool, the morning show on the Dacespace podcast network dedicated to all the things that would make you maybe a geek, a nerd, a punk. I don't know. We're not punks, really. My name is Dave Moore. Joining me, my main man, my man on the internet, Jonny_Casino.
You know, we should rename this Forget What the Heck Johnny's Got to Say. Like, that's just what we need to start calling this.
Forget What to Say would have been a good podcast name.
I mean, I don't know what would it be about, though?
That's the brand version of this show, John, that we just record us talking. Those are the episodes that we just record while we're playing ARMS and stuff. Like that.
Forget What to Say.
Forget What to Say, and it's really not really a show. It's just the off banter of you and I, because some people like to listen to that, as we know.
Yeah. Sometimes we give people their own version of our podcast just because we're hanging out with them at the time.
Right. Because we can't help it.
Yeah.
The secret is, John, everything we do, it just sounds like a podcast because our podcast is so not professional on any level.
Yeah.
Anytime you and I are having a conversation. So, John, it was the summer solstice.
Yeah, dude.
Longest
which is weird. Here's my problem with the summer solstice. Not necessarily the summer solstice, but with seasons in general, right?
Uh-huh.
You got four. You got your summer, fall, winter, and spring, right? And I always associate the middle of winter being, the new year.
Yep.
And the middle of summer being the middle of summer break or whatever. But that's not reality. I don't know what day summer starts, but it starts later than you expect. Winter starts later than you expect. It's all shifted in a way that it's not what I would just think it would be.
Well, that's because it snows 7 of the 12 months out of the year here. It just feels like winter all the time versus it's always kind of warm there, John. It just feels like summer.
We
use a stupid calendar that we made up. It doesn't actually make any sense. It has no real purpose except to give us an outline of what we think holidays should land on.
Do you ever study where these things come from?
No, John, I didn't go to education school about seasons.
If I had known we were going to be talking about seasons, I would have brought you some fun history fact about seasons and what. I heard people talking recently about what the different months are named after. Some of them are obvious, but not all of them. Dave.
Yeah, John.
My PS4 showed up yesterday.
Oh, I'm so excited to talk about this gold PS4.
Yeah. So the weird thing is it was supposed to, I saw something saying it wasn't going to ship till yesterday or today, and then it was not going to get here till Monday. And I was like, oh, that's kind of a bummer because I was going to play it this weekend. Turns out I'm going out of town this weekend anyway, so we'll see if I get to play it on Sunday when I get back. But all of a sudden I'm looking on Amazon, and it says it shipped. And I'm like, okay, cool. Where's it shipping from? And it was shipping from Ontario, Canada. And so I'm like, okay, how long is it going to take to get here? And it was supposed to get here the next day. It got here within, I don't know, 12 hours of shipping out or something like that. I just I'm following it on Amazon where it's bouncing to these different places. So it gets here.
So, it must have gotten flown here then.
Well, yeah, it wasn't brought by horseback.
Okay, John.
This is the Wild Wild West.
So here's the thing I learned.
Yeah. Here's the thing I learned about. They basically said, "Hey, we're overnighting this to you.
And I've learned about Amazon shipping is sometimes the location of where it says it is on the tracking, John, is based on where the scanner is, not the actual physical location of the scanner. Does that make sense? So it's where the scanner is meant to be. Like this scanner has a center that it should be plugged in and charged at, and that's its fulfillment center. But it's not.
Well, yeah,
it's not necessarily the actual place. So it probably wasn't all the way in
but
Ontario.
but no. But I was following the tracking, so I was seeing like as it checked into different post offices.
That's nuts. That is absolutely nuts to go all the way from there.
No. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it's just it's probably like, hey, this is the next guy in line who ordered one of these. Where's the next one we have? Oh, it's up here. All right. Well, he told me to be here already. Let's ship it to him fast. So I was very happy.
Everything comes from Pennsylvania. Here goes to Kentucky and then comes back.
Of course,
every time. Everything I order goes from Pennsylvania to across the entire state and then back to where I am.
Oh, see, we get ones like my ordered Cave Story. It came from Fort Worth, which is up by Dallas, and just came straight from there to here. Yeah. So I mean that's literally like a 4.5 hour drive from where I'm at. So that might have come by horseback, Dave.
That's cool. I mean, it would have been like Red Dead Redemption, right, John? Like
yes,
like hours and hours
like 4 hours of boringness, and then at the end you just find a dead body that does nothing for you.
All right, so tell me how this gold PS. Have you turned it on yet?
Yeah. So I got it home
because I don't have confidence in this console.
I mean, so far I haven't done a whole lot. So I bring it home. I get it. Like actually, so the UPS man was sitting there as we got back to the house. Right. So pulling in the driveway, he walks up and hands me his package. Yes,
it's exciting.
I walk inside.
That's the best way to get a package, John. Let's be honest. You gotta get
it's always fun to get a package.
You gotta get it handed to you.
Yeah. Yes. So. Oh man, I just realized our chat's actually going crazy. Or not going crazy, but there's.
I was getting there right now.
Yeah. So we so I get home. I look at my son. I'm like, hey, go play ARMS. I'm setting this thing up. And my plan was just to set it up. And I figured there'd be like hours worth of updates it had to do. So I was just going to get it set up and then leave it alone for a while. Come back later that day. And in the evening, I was going to. Download some games to it from the PS Plus, and the first episode of Hitman is free, and I was going to do the update on Uncharted, and I was going to do this while I was playing on the Switch. So I come in, I pull this thing out, and yes, it's gold. It's really gold. I sent you a picture of it.
Yeah, it's and it looks gold in the pictures. So like the box, like there was one in the store here that I was like, oh, that looks gold.
Yeah.
I kind of want it. It's also kind of a good price. Plus, I feel like I don't like the original PS4 build. Somehow the gold bothers me a little bit, and it looks even more gold in that picture that you sent me than it does on the box.
So, but it's not like a shiny gold, right? It's kind of like a dull gold. And so it's not like blinging in your face. But I put it up there. My goal was to put it where the PS3 was. Now here's the issue: is I don't have a electric outlet right in the middle of the wall. That's on the sides.
It's so annoying.
And I have a power strip. Coming off on one side, so it moves it a little bit. But I cannot, without an extension, put the PS4 in the middle of the thing that's under the TV. So the TV's wall mounted. And by the way, I had the most awesome wall mount. It's a wall mount that pulls away from the wall, and you can turn the TV any direction you want.
That's nice.
Yeah. Well, and we had to get that one because you need to put a wall mount into studs, and the only stud is right there in the middle. So I had to have a wall mount that was strong enough to hold a heavy TV, but was also just one vertical line of screws going in. And this is what I found. Well, but it's nice because I can move the TV and aim it towards the chair in our room and sit in the chair and not sit in the bed if I'm doing something. But anyway, so I had to put it to the side. So I went ahead and put the PS3 back up there. So I got the 3 and the 4 sitting right next to each other. And I think my wife would kill me if I set the 2 next to that, although I kind of want to for humor purposes. But yeah, she probably would not be down for me turning her top of her dresser into a video game, area. So I set it up. Yeah, it's gold, dude. That's, I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's gold, but the build of the thing itself looks really slick. I mean, it's small, it's thin, it's light.
Is it light?
Like yeah, it's light.
Good build quality. Feel good. Not.
I mean, I didn't smash it against something to tell.
Loose HDMI ports.
Dude, I plugged HDMI in.
Does it feel like?
And that was
did
like,
it pop in like it does on the Xbox? You have an Xbox One, like where it feels like it locked into place.
Dude, I pushed it in and I set the thing down. I mean, I can check it later if you want. Before Monday, remind me. I will check the feel of the HDMI port. But I plugged the controller in and charged it. I went through a number of the settings. Like I hooked up my PS, my PS Plus account to it and everything.
All right, helpful tips, John. First things you do in the settings: go in and turn the LED light bar on the PlayStation 4 DualShock 4 controller down to low. Because it's still going to be super bright and it's still going to kill your controller in 4 hours. And you need to charge it with that cable that came with it. Otherwise, it doesn't charge.
Was on Sunday, sometimes send me a message and remind me to change that setting.
Because you'll regret it. Because the next time you turn on your PS4, you're going to be like, oh, yeah, my controller isn't charged. Oh, and the controller cord is way too short to charge and play.
Yeah, that's true. But anyway, so I like the feel of the controller. This is one of the first times I've ever held a PS4 controller. I like the feel of it.
It's really nice.
What's interesting, when you go to type, you can use
the touch bar.
Pad.
You think that's
like
cool?
A mouse?
Yeah.
Until you try it. Yeah, it's terrible. Like it doesn't work well.
Like in concept, you're like, oh man, it's cool. We put a trackpad on the controller. It'll be really cool for the web browser. And then you try it like twice, and you're like, yep, no, that didn't really do anything. And then you realize that they didn't use it in any games at all except the early PS4 games, and you're like, yeah, but it's kind of stupid. Like it serves no purpose. The only thing you're ever going to use it for is you click it. It's still the select button.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
So Greeny is asking if they have a fan or if they forgot like the PS2 Slim. Couldn't tell you. I assume there's a fan in there. I'm just gonna take a guess at this.
Why the original PS2s, the big giant fat PS2s, still work and the Slims don't? You can't find a Slim in 20.
Oh, I know. I found some Slims at the pawn shop.
But they don't work.
I didn't test them out. And Sean, yes, I will stroke the Slim.
Stroke it, John.
So
pull that package close to you, John.
So I set it up. I connected to my Twitter. I'll connect it to Twitch at some point or whatever, just for funsies. I went through and I changed the settings so I can get full system sound into the headphones through the controller. Cool. And I found, so I put my headphones in. If you plug it into the controller, the sound turns off on the TV, turns on the headphones, take it out, it goes back. It came with a microphone headphone thing, but it's just one earpiece and a microphone. And it's like the cheapest, like round, generic headphone. No,
I don't know why they put that in the box.
Yeah,
like it's so bad. Like any way that they could have cut cost and put it into something that was more valuable, like making the build nicer. Like I would have appreciated that much more, because it probably cost them 2 cents to put that in there. Every PS4, like don't put that in there. It's garbage. Nobody uses it.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, I guess I could just use my Apple headphones, right? I mean, they got the mic on it and stuff. If I wanted to do chat,
not if you have an iPhone 7, you can't.
Yeah, well, shut up. Shut up with you. You and your iPhone 7 had to have the newest.
It's the worst.
Turned out well for you, didn't it?
That's got courage, John. That's what it is. I've got courage.
Good job. But I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how much I'll be doing as far as chatting on the PS4. Most games that I get that'll be multiplayer games, I'll get them for the Xbox.
Can we go get Overwatch so we can play Overwatch on PS4?
I don't know, man. But
we gotta give it a shot.
We can play Overwatch on Xbox.
Yeah, but Sean already has it for PS4.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
So
and the other person,
so Sean wins because he has it already.
Yeah, and the only time I could see myself playing online, I like talking to someone online, is either playing with Sean and I guess apparently Overwatch, because everything else we try to get on Xbox, we're playing multiplayer like that. Or Adam Leonard doesn't. He hasn't a PS4. He doesn't have an Xbox. So like if I'm playing something and he plays, like if I'm playing Uncharted 4 and we decide to play 2-player on there or something like that, I'll probably try to do that at some point with him just to do it.
I don't. I wouldn't, but
I mean,
Do
why?
people like
Why do you hate Adam?
No, I hate Uncharted multiplayer because I don't think Uncharted's combat is very good.
I don't know. So I put this in. So I put Uncharted in because I was like, well, maybe I'll play a little bit tonight. And I wasn't going to get into anything too big tonight or last night because oh yeah, because I just wasn't gonna have a lot of time. I'm tired. It's coming off the night shift. I had my martial arts class before this and everything, but I put it in just in case. I'm like, I'm gonna let it do its update. It had like a 14 gig update it needed to do, and it said it was gonna take 90 minutes. So
Yeah.
I mean, I had 2 or 3 hours till I was gonna be playing anyway, so it wasn't a big deal. But 14 gig update.
Yeah, welcome to the PS4.
Holy crap, dude!
When I put Overwatch in, I've done 40 gigs worth of patches already. Before I already got the one time I put the game in and tried it, I did 40 gigs of patches. Okay, this is pretty early on. I
Yeah,
go get it. I'm like, oh, it'll be great. Sean and I can play it. I can steal it from my brother. He's out of town. He's in New York City going to some concert or whatever. I'll just go steal Overwatch from his room and we'll play Overwatch. I put it in 20 gigs. So
yeah.
there's been 60 gigs worth of patches
Jeez.
into that game. Come on, people. Get compression down. Mario Kart 8 is the best looking game I've ever seen in my life still to this day. I seriously think that. It looks amazing and it only is 8 gigs.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I don't get it, but whatever. I mean, it's so what's nice, and I never thought I would ever care about this, but what's kind of nice is this is the 1 terabyte model.
Yeah.
So I have a
You're
terabyte of
still gonna
space
fill it. You're still gonna fill it.
in time, sure. But I mean, I've been able to manage 500 gigs on the Xbox. So,
Yeah.
and right now I'm sitting with like 90 gigs of free space on the Xbox. I mean, I have a lot of games that are like on the ready to download section that I could just move in and out. But I did that, and so at night, I didn't end up playing anything on it yet because the wife was actually a bit more awake, so we're kind of watching shows and hanging out. Because I've been on the night shift, so I haven't seen her much. But I did go on and I downloaded the PS Plus game. What was it this time? Life is Strange.
Yep.
Yep. So I put Life is Strange on there, and then like I said, Hitman episode 1 is free, and I do enjoy the Hitman game, so I put that on there. I mean, I probably won't buy the other ones because I'll just have too much other stuff to play. So I put that on there.
Install Flower because you can play Flower again.
I have that on my PS3.
Yeah, well, you can just play it again
for free.
Yeah, it's free. You already own it.
Oh,
you have it on PS3. You just go into your purchase section. You can download it.
No. I have it on the disc on PS3.
Oh, I guess no, you can't.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't need a visual update, right? That game is great. The game is fun. I still need to finish playing Journey. I've started that.
Love that game. Absolutely love that game. I'm glad you like your PS4, John.
Yeah, well, I mean, I haven't played anything on it yet, so I don't know what to say.
I'm glad the gold thing doesn't bother you. I'm glad.
No,
it would bother me.
It doesn't. It's weird. It sticks out like a sore thumb. Like my wife and I, neither one of us wear gold. Like we're both either silver or white gold, platinum. Something of the silverish color type.
So silver's fine. So silver's fine. You guys don't wear gold. I don't wear gold.
Neither one of us like wearing gold. Like the gold color is just not something either one of us are into.
That's good. Gold's expensive.
Platinum's more expensive, and that's the problem. But yeah, it's just a color. Like neither of us wear that kind of color. Like, I mean, our rings, neither one of them are gold. But yeah, so that, and then I downloaded something else. I got a new game on the Switch. I bought Oceanhorn.
When are we gonna play NBA Playgrounds? Oh, we can't.
Yeah, what is up with that? I had this weird feeling that Shaq Fu is gonna come out for free before we get that update to Playgrounds.
Dude, that game is never gonna get updated.
Oh God, I need to get updated so they can nerf Shaq. Right, because he's like draining threes, and I will not go back to that game. Well, I will not go back to that match, which I need to move on in the game, but I will not do that until they get done, like till they stop Shaq from draining threes.
So here's my feeling on that game, John. They put it out to sell it because they needed to make money in order to fund whatever sort of patches and upgrades and things they wanted to do to that game.
Yeah.
And because they put out a half-baked product and people are getting sick of this is kind of the first big wave of an example of this, where people didn't buy it because it wasn't done and they didn't make the money they needed. Because the problem is, John, even when a game comes out like half-baked, it's like a big franchise or a big deal, like Halo Master Chief Collection or No Man's Sky or whatever, we still buy a crap ton of it and it still makes a bunch of money, and it doesn't really matter that we didn't get a good game. Mass Effect did that too, right?
I don't know. I don't know if that's really what they had going on, but
I think so.
But I mean, they put out updates for everything else though, for like PS4 and Xbox One, where they just haven't put up the Switch update yet.
Right, because Nintendo, nobody bought it on Nintendo.
Oh God. Well, hopefully they do. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I've put enough hours into that game to make it worth the purchase. Right. Every digital game I've bought so far, I put enough time into it to justify the purpose.
I'm glad you're not disappointed with it, but I'm not buying it until it has online.
Yeah,
I'm not buying it until I can play it with somebody else, because that makes sense. That's the appeal. And guess what? You can't.
Yeah. No.
If you've seen the PS4 versions, John, and the Xbox version, like, they're still kind of like broken too.
Yeah. No. Well, I mean, it's a very different game, but I bought the Ocean Horn.
Why did you buy Ocean Horn?
Because a couple reasons.
Okay.
One, I just wanted something extra to play. Right. I do plan on doing like a video review or a podcast version review of this game, coming from somebody who. So, like, in my opinion, the most fun Zelda game out there, I don't want to say it's the best Zelda game, but the most fun one is Wind Waker.
Uh-huh.
So I want to do a review of Ocean Horn from the opinion of someone who loves Wind Waker that much, right? So that's kind of my plan. It's a 10-hour game for $15. I mean, and it looks nice. I haven't done much. I didn't have a chance to really play much last night. So I can't say a whole lot about it yet, but
it's probably only 4 gigs and it probably only took 10 minutes to install, right?
It didn't take that long to install, and I don't remember how. No, it's really small.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It was like 560
megabytes.
I don't even think it was a gig.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, Nintendo,
but here's what's weird. Here's what's weird though, is like the sailing aspect of it. You go in, you tell it where to sail to, and then it just goes. Like, it's not like Wind Waker where you have to make it sail, but that might be a good thing.
Is that even a thing, John? I'm looking at the live chat. Hood rich people. Is that even a thing?
I mean, it's like a comparative thing.
Okay. I just wanted to clarify.
I guess.
All right, great.
I think that's all that's been going on this side.
Yeah, John.
The last few days.
I'm glad.
I lost all my friends in my martial arts class because they all advanced up and now they're in the next class. That's kind of sad.
Why didn't you advance up, John?
I did. I was just a step behind them already.
Okay, so you advanced up, they advanced up, but you're now like the top tier of the thing you were in?
Yeah, so I am the top person, the top person in my class, which is really sad because I don't know anything. But they were one step in front of me, and so when they advanced up, they moved to the next class. So I miss all the people.
Are these belts? Is it like green belts, yellow belts?
Yes. Yeah. There's no green though in Cook School. So now I am a yellow belt with a blue stripe on it. I know you're jealous.
Is it like a yellow stripe, like the second? Like, isn't it white,
no? So
white then yellow.
So there's white. Well, hold on. This white belt. So I guess not everyone does the stripe stuff, but this school and throughout the organization, they're starting to implement the stripes. But because the stripes are like half steps, so it's white belt with yellow stripe, yellow belt with blue stripe, and then blue belt.
Okay, good for you, John. Is there a black belt?
Yeah, there is, and then there's like there's 10 degrees of black belt.
Cool, hardcore. When are you getting there?
In a couple years maybe, if I keep it up.
All right, keep it up. I want to have a friend who's a black belt.
Yeah.
And Cook School.
You should see these like little like 12-year-old kids who are black belts, and you see them in there, and you're just like, screw you. I started martial arts at 35, Sean. I don't know if you listened to the We the Gamer cast when he was saying something like, "Oh, that's like starting martial arts when you're 35." No one does that. That's exactly what I did. All right, let's. That's an.
You can start whatever you want, whenever you want. Speaking of starting things, John.
Oh, what's up, man?
You got music to start?
You want to hear some music?
Yeah, I want to hear some music.
Okay.
I want to get a copyright flag.
This one should not get a copyright flag.
Right.
According to Greeny, he's a black belt in nonsense. Well, that doesn't make much sense. Okay, so as always, the link to the music can be found if you go to Forget Being Cool. This is episode 9. And you can find all this music that we are loving to play for you guys. But today's music is coming off of OC Remix. Go to ocremix.org. They have all kinds of video game music. And it's basically one of those things where it's like, as long as you give us credit for it coming from us, you can play it as much as you want. Like, that's their thing.
Cool.
So it's pretty cool. The album is Badass Boss Themes Volume 3. And these Badass Boss Themes are like some of my favorite albums because it's all these boss themes. They're really cool. This song here, now I've lost where it's actually at.
Don't lose it, John.
It's called Opening the Way from Shadow of the Colossus.
All right, John. Let's play some badass stalling for you. Boss themes.
Yeah, some Shadow of the Colossus music.
John,
So Dave,
John, when the song ends, you got to stall so I can turn the cameras back to auto flipping, and so I can unmute the mic. Hey,
well, I was gonna start talking and give you a chance. Let me ask you this, Dave.
Yep.
Okay. Now they're making a remake of Shadow of the Colossus or an upgraded version or whatever, right?
Who knows? Yeah.
Do you have any desire to play that?
No, not at all.
Oh, it's so I need to finish it. Like I need to play more of it.
This is the game that you talked about. That's like go hunt down this big like boss monster, and like that's kind of the whole point.
Yeah, so the basis of every game or every part of the gameplay is you go to where the Colossus is and then you fight the Colossus. But every fight is so cool because it's all generally the same. You have to find the right spot, hold on, and then stab them continuously in that spot.
Okay.
But the mechanics for each one, how you get to that spot, how you hold on, what it does while you're holding on, because as you're holding on, you lose your stamina and you have to find a way to like stop and just stand up. So you have to find that break in him going crazy to it.
But it gets really hard, right? Like
I'm on the fourth or fifth one and it's pretty tough, but it's not like you're gonna die hard. It's die hard. It's I'm an idiot. I am such an idiot. It's more like it's gonna take a lot longer to do hard. Right.
Okay.
So all right. I'm going to walk us through the news. And by the news, I mean the news according to Garrett Bland.
Garrett Bland of WeTheNerdy.com.
Yeah, so Garrett Bland apparently once a week puts up news articles on like a thing of news, what happens in video game news on WeTheNerdy.com. You go to WeTheNerdy.com. I found it on the front page. I would tell you the full link, but gaming news. So look for that. So Sean recommended that we go here to start looking for it. So I'm going to skip over some of these because I don't know if they really matter to many people. maybe no, you know what I'll do? I'll read them all. Read
them. I'll just to say nothing if we don't care.
Yeah. So the first one is acclaimed RPG Pillars of Eternity Complete Edition makes its PS4 debut in August.
Yep, nobody cares.
If you're into RPGs, you might.
Nobody's into RPGs.
Lots of people into RPGs, dude. What the hell's wrong with you? City Skylines is bringing its creativity and strategies to PS4. So City Skylines going to PS4. That's cool, I guess.
I don't even know what City Skylines is.
Here's an interesting one. Right? This is a rumor. LA Noire remastered rumors, VR support in first-person mode coming. So there's a rumor that LA Noire is going to come to the Switch, like an updated version. I don't know if this has been like shot down since this rumor has come out, but I would consider it because like I love that film noir. I love film noir.
I like noir. Yeah, like noir is a very cool genre, but
I heard the game is somewhat lacking.
Yeah, and VR could be cool though.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be cool. Tim Sweeney from Epic Games Twitter post: all platforms should embrace crossplay. It benefits everyone. I agree with that. I think Sony's really the one balking at everybody.
Yeah. So we want to fight this, John. You want to get on this fight? You want to get on this wagon with your gold?
I mean, I think it's everyone against Sony in this conversation. Is there anyone who's
you want to take your gold PS4 and stand up and be proud?
This is what's funny is what I sent you and Sean that picture, and Sean's response was like only like the boldest, most cocky video game console maker would do gold, and that just made me laugh.
Yep. Or Nintendo.
Because whatever. Yeah, or Nintendo. Whatever.
You just know that
Naughty Dog on Lost Legacy and the future of Uncharted. I'm not going to read through that whole thing.
Hold on. Wait, you're skipping over Sony saying no, we're not going to let Rocket League play cross-platform with Nintendo. So
first of all, like I think most major like video game podcasts or whatever have talked about this, and I think everyone's on the same side. Everyone's saying the same thing: is that Sony, you're stupid, just do it. Right? That there's no real good reason, and the reasons they're giving are crap. And the real thing is they just want people to buy their systems, or they just don't have to. So why bother?
It's messed up. It's so messed up.
It is. It is.
Is Minecraft going to work when we get the Minecraft update? Is it going to work on PS4, guys? Like,
No, it's not going to be cross-platform. They specifically said it won't, and that was one of the things when the guy was quoted on why he wouldn't do it. Like the Minecraft was a big thing of what he was quoting on, like talking about.
So Minecraft is going to be another one that they ignore.
Yeah, they don't want.
Why would you play anything that's cross-platform on PlayStation 4 then?
Because you already own it there before it was cross-platform, or because you're a PS4 player and you don't want to buy an Xbox One.
Yeah, but like you can't play. You can't play with your friends, John.
Okay, I think the only way this is going to affect sales at all is when you're looking at the people that have all the different systems like you and I do, right? For people that only have one, they're not going to go buy the other system just so they can play cross-platform with other people. They'll just be like, well, I can't play cross-platform, so what? And I honestly don't think there's that many people that are going to care that much.
But so we go back to the Overwatch thing we talked about, John, right?
Okay.
Sean is our only friend. He has it on PS4. He's our only friend who has it.
Sean's our only friend. I like how you just put that.
Well, Adam Leonard's only your friend, so this doesn't count. And Sean's our only mutual. Okay. So anyway. Stupid. No, so let's use that example, right? Let's pretend that you and I are considering buying Overwatch, which we are, I guess, kind of, maybe. So Sean's our only one who has it on PS4, which makes us want it for PS4 because he already has it, right? But
sure,
you and I both have to buy it, right? So we can just convince Sean to trade in his copy for the PS4 and get it for Xbox. There is a possibility, and it feels like a much better possibility, that that game could become cross-compatible with any other console that it maybe goes to, maybe playing with PC in the future, happy and friendly.
Okay, but so first of all, cross-platform with PC or shooters is never going to happen.
No,
right? Because the whole mouse and keyboard thing, right? It's not going to come to Switch, so really you only got those two platforms, and so at that point, what
if Sega comes back? What if Sega or Atari, who's
making a new system?
Yeah, because Atari is making a new system. We don't know why.
I'm so excited about that, and I know absolutely nothing about it.
Yeah, nobody knows anything, and they're probably making like an Atari Jaguar Mini. Like, let's just be honest.
That'd be cool as hell. I'd buy it for like $15.
Yeah.
So
play Commander again, John. Don't you want to play Commander?
No, but here's the thing: like the reality is, this cross-platform thing is not going to affect that many people. It's something else for everyone to get up in arms about. And yes, Sony should just say screw it and let's, and play along with everyone else.
They just don't want you to have Xbox Live login on PS4.
Sure.
Although when you say that we can log into Xbox Live on the Switch, like, pardon me, it's just like, please, Microsoft, like, just come in and help Nintendo.
You know what I heard? So I heard some people talking about this, and they were talking about the Xbox Live on the Switch and how if you want to play it cross-platform, you have to have an Xbox Live account, and how that could drive people that don't have an Xbox to buy an Xbox if they're looking at Xbox or PlayStation. I'm sorry.
No
that way. Is like the worst argument. Like, I was listening to that, and I was like, no. And the thing that they're saying is well, they'll already have as a gamer score.
Yeah.
Really? First of all, your gamer score is not going to be that much. And second of all, how many people really look at other people's gamer scores? They'll look at their achievements or their trophies, but to look at their actual gamer score, I don't think people check that out, or people really make much notice of that number.
Because the only one you're going to get is Rocket League, maybe, and Minecraft.
Yeah.
So you're not going to have this much investment. You're not going to be buying games right now. If you start implementing some sort of like streaming capabilities, right?
Yeah.
From like your Xbox to your Switch, like that would be amazing. Like if you put that basically the PC streaming app that you can play your Xbox in your house as long as you're on the same Wi-Fi network. Like if I could play like Forza Horizon 3 in bed on my Switch, streaming it from my Xbox One in my living room, like then if I didn't have an Xbox and that was a possibility, then I would consider an Xbox.
Well, but did you see that app is supposed to be coming out for the Switch that allows you to play games off your computer onto your Switch?
No.
Yeah, this is a real thing, and apparently it's getting approved. And I don't have all the details. I'll try to remember to look it up, and we'll talk about it on Monday or whatever. But this is a legit thing where if you have computer games on your computer, you can play them via your Switch, like over Wi-Fi.
That's amazing.
I mean, if you have a computer good enough to do it. And that's the other kicker, though. You have to basically have a gaming computer to be able to
Yes,
you
but
know,
the
handle it.
idea and the possibility for that to be there is incredible, and that
Oh, I agree.
alone, and if we could do that would be Xbox. Sony can do it too. You can get the PlayStation 4 gameplay, whatever thing like that is
Yeah.
also possible, and that if we can get that for the Switch, then like it's the perfect version of the Wii U. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Like the Switch became the perfect Wii U on a whole nother level.
Oh yeah. Yeah. All right, let's move on from that.
Okay.
So Naughty Dog on Lost Legacy, the future of Uncharted. Not a whole lot
Interested
to
in
say here,
this?
except for if they keep making Uncharted games, none of them are going to have Nathan Drake in it because they've already said Nathan Drake's story's over. So I don't know. I don't think it matters to me personally. Some people probably care.
I'd kind of actually be excited if they just kind of, I mean, despite the fact that I want Naughty Dog to make something else because I'm sick of duck and cover shooters so much after playing through like the first two Uncharted's back to back.
Yeah.
But and playing through The Last of Us, pretty much close to that, not beating it. I didn't beat it. It was scary.
That's hilarious.
So like I would like them to make something else, but if they're gonna continue Uncharted, like then pick some new characters, tell some new stories. Then the stories stay compelling and different, and the series can live on in its own way. I don't think it needs to revolve around Nathan Drake. Like I don't think that's the point of the series in general.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Are you okay, John?
Yeah, I'm just reading ahead to see what I want to skip over here. So here's another one. Super Mario Odyssey will have around 30 to 50 plus moons on each level. That's going to be a lot. And I would love to think that I will collect them all, but I won't.
Sounds like a really bad collectathon.
Yeah, that's actually what he said next. Nintendo 2DS XL unboxing impressions. So if you go to this article, you can watch a little video. I think the 2DS is really cool looking. Like I think the new one, if I didn't have a 3DS,
yeah,
right, and if the 3DS wasn't on its way out, right, I would definitely pick up a 2DS because I don't use the 3D, and it's the new one, so it should play all the Super Nintendo games and whatever that are coming out on it. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I would if I didn't have one, if I hadn't upgraded to the new version, this I would have already picked. I would have grabbed one.
Okay. All right. I'm skipping over one here. I got to go back to because I want it to be the last. A remaster of No Old Code. Crash Bandicoot was rebuilt nearly from the scratch.
Oh my god, I can't wait.
Interesting. Nintendo of America, like Metroid Prime 4 and new Pokemon.
1 week and I get to play the Crash Insane trilogy.
Huh? Okay, now that's gonna have all the Crash games.
It's the first. God, why is everybody so confused?
Well, I never played Crash. Like I never played any of those games.
There are 3 good Crash games. There are Crash Bandicoot, Crash Bandicoot 2, and Crash Bandicoot Warped. Okay?
And those are all on there.
And that is the 3 games that are on there. They took the original geometry build from the game, like and put new textures and graphics and everything over top of it.
Okay, I might have to pick this up, but if I do, I need to pick it up within 2 weeks of its release, so I get it for
pick it up right now. It's like $32, John.
Spending money, man.
$32, John.
But I keep spending money. I don't know. I might do it. We'll see.
You shouldn't have bought the Oasis game or whatever. The Ocean Horn.
Uncharted or the Ocean Horn. Dude, it's $15 and it's gonna be worth it. And I want to do a review of it. That's the big reason I got it. But you know what else I pre-ordered? I pre-ordered, and I could cancel this because it's not coming out until like the end of August or something like that. But the Joy-Con grip that holds the cell phone, which that part's useless. But what I like, one, I needed an extra Joy-Con grip, so I got extra Joy-Cons. But also, it slides open, and you can put the games and 2 memory cards into the grip, so you always have them there. So you don't have to find some place to hold them.
It's awesome.
Yeah. So
good features. It really is. This is people figuring out why the Switch is perfect and how it can be used to be perfect.
Okay. Metroid Prime 4 and new Pokemon are 2018 games, according to NOA.
Yep.
That's interesting.
Pokemon kind of makes sense because it doesn't feel like there's that much to do. Like the models that they made for Sun and Moon were much higher res than they needed to be. So it doesn't seem like they're going to have to redo the models. They're just going to have to build an actual big 3D world. Although I hope it's awesome.
Yeah. What else? Jose Otero's leaving IGN to start working for Nintendo. It's kind of interesting if you listen to NVC, which I do. I have not heard the latest episode, which is his last episode. God of War director explains why entire game is no camera cuts. So I guess everything is supposed to be from a certain view. No one cares about it. I say no one cares about it. You and I don't care about God of War, I don't think. Like, I've tried playing God of War, and it's such a hack and slash game that I just could not get into it.
I enjoy God of War. Thanks, John. Thanks for throwing.
Do you?
Yeah. I like mindless hack and slashes about things yelling and screaming and killing stuff.
Oh, maybe I'll give another one a try when I can.
Just play God of War 1. It's fun.
Here's a good article. It's from a NeoGAF post. Nintendo has a plan to keep Switch owners happy, and it's more than Mario. Like, okay, thanks. Like, I don't know what to do with that. Okay, so here's the biggest one. And we can't spend too much time talking about it because we got to move on. But Sega Forever launch trailer. Lineup of classic games on iOS and Android will release worldwide June 22nd. So that was yesterday. Here's the thing. Apparently, it's crap. Like, apparently the emulation is garbage. And I've heard, I was listening to Nintendo Dads. I don't know if you heard that part on there, but they were talking about how supposedly, I guess it's supposed to get like controller support, which is really cool. But the game, apparently the emulation is just garbage. That made me laugh.
It's disappointing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but we've discussed even free Sega games are overpriced. So
Sonic is good, John.
Yeah, sure.
Sonic 1, Sonic 1, 2,
4-year-old boy.
And 3.
All right, Dave. Because we can't have this episode go too long, because I have to start driving to Austin. Let's talk about the movie, and then we'll end it with our listener submitted quiz for Dave.
Okay, fine.
So Dave. So Dave, I picked the movie this week.
Never seen this.
1966 Batman.
Oh, yep. Mm-hmm. All I've ever seen is the jokes that revolve around Adam West as a character who played Batman. It's all I really knew going to this. I mean, I got the idea of like, this is what this, I know what I'm getting into. Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Adam West as Catman in Fairly Odd Parents is hilarious. As TV's actor Adam West, also known as Catman, who's Catman's like his alternate person who's very confused about who he is. Anyway.
Yeah, let's go back to Batman here.
John, this movie is absolutely ridiculous.
It's supposed to be ridiculous. Like, that's the goal.
No, okay. So let me give you this.
Okay.
I really, really enjoyed every minute of it.
It's so good. It's so good. For what it's supposed to be, it's so good.
I'm going to tell you. You know what, John? I'm going to say this. It's going to freak people out. This is a better movie than Wonder Woman by far. On a lot of levels.
I love hearing you say that. Okay, here's the thing with this movie. So if you are not one of our listeners who actually went and watched this movie or had not seen it, this movie lets you know right off the bat how ridiculous it's going to be.
Yep.
Right?
Shark repellent.
The shark repellent, the fact that it like dips into the water and then comes back up and the shark's on his leg.
Yep.
Right? Because he's hanging from the helicopter. And you could tell when they're like filming it and they're climbing out of the helicopter, you're like, that helicopter's not really in the air. Like, this is literally a helicopter that's like on a machine that's making it move around.
Yeah.
But what I loved, the scene that in that movie, the scene that defines it for me is when they're trying to figure out who's behind all this.
Yeah.
And it's right at the beginning. And they're sitting in the room, they're like, okay, who is on the loose right now? And they're like, the Penguin, the Riddler, Catwoman, and the Joker. And they're like, but which one is it? And the way they determine this, they're like, the shark had your leg, and that's fishy, the Penguin. And like something that, oh, it's a joke. A joke? It must be the Joker. And I forgot how they got to the Catwoman and the Riddler, but oh my God, like, it is the most ridiculous thing.
No, it's absolutely amazing. So, my favorite scene is they doing the magnet. So they're stuck to the boat, and he's got his like, and then they're like, I can use my utility belt to send out like a massive wave of energy. I'm like, Oh my
Yeah.
god!
Oh yeah.
Every minute this gets more and more ridiculous. Like
To blow up the torpedo, right?
yes, if they're gonna blow up a torpedo by sending an energy wave because they're being magnetically, and then like the way they act to pretend like they're being magnetically pushed against this thing is so awkward and so hilarious. It's like this feels like YouTube videos that I made. Like these are the stupid things that we would do when we were like 16. We're like, we're gonna make YouTube videos. We think we're gonna be funny. This is so bad in the best way.
Sean's killing me here. Sean, I will get to what you're talking about. So what's so
Oh yeah, the Russian people. Why do they think about people who are in a rush?
dude, okay. So the best part about that one scene though, where they're attached to the buoy is so he uses the electronic pulse or whatever to blow up the torpedo, but then all of a sudden the penguin just knows that that's what he had to have done.
Yeah,
Like and then they shoot another one at him, and his belt stops working. His little like pulse thing stops working, and it's something big explosion. And you see him on their boat, and you're like, oh, that seal gave its life for us. And the seal like swam in front of a torpedo.
It's so bad. It's so bad. It's so good.
What did you think about the Riddler's riddles?
They're dumb.
Okay, I've got two of them here. I want to see if you remember the answer. So I wrote these down as I was watching this.
I'm definitely not going to remember this.
This is so bad. And the fact is, like, he put these riddles, and instantly Robin would know the answer. Right?
Yeah, because so Robin's always explaining everything. Like,
oh yeah.
Oh my god, it's so
okay.
bad.
So what weighs 6 ounces, is dangerous, and sits in a tree? No. A penguin with the machine gun. Or sorry, a pigeon with the machine gun. But this one's my favorite. What has yellow skin and writes?
I remember this one. I don't remember the answer though.
It's a ballpoint banana. Oh my god. Okay.
It's so
Dave,
good. It's my
Dave, we gotta find a way, and hopefully one of these services will actually get the TV show at some point. I've heard there's like some issues because of who all owned what and different things.
No, it's because it's like owned by 3 different studios at this point, and like no one can agree on who gets money for the streaming rights.
So I've got to find it somehow.
Yeah.
The TV show is just as ridiculous. And the cool thing about the way the TV show worked was like it came out weekly.
Yeah.
So you'd have an episode one week, which would be the first half of the story. And then at the end of the episode,
can we get the narrator? Because I love the narrator in the beginning.
Yeah, the narrator's good. But at the end of the episode, Batman would be in some kind of like dire position, right? And then the narrator would come on
and say something
and
like,
be like what's going to happen?
Will Batman escape? Will he get?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And then it'll like, tune in next week, same bat time, same bat channel, right? But as a kid, I would watch this show with my mom when I was home in the summers. It would come on like the heat of the day. So we'd have lunch, and then her and I would sit down and watch it. It'd be 2 episodes back to back. It would be the second episode of the story from the day before, and then the first episode of the next one. And so we'd watch an episode, and the next day we'd get the second half of it. And my mom and I would watch this every single day. And so I've seen most episodes of the show, and they're just as ridiculous, but also like they brought in the Green
Lantern.
No, that's the flying guy, right? No. The Green Lantern's the
rings. The rings of power.
No, the Green Hornet. They brought in the Green Hornet.
Okay.
So the Green Hornet had its own show at the same time period. And so they brought in the Green Hornet. The Green Hornet's sidekick, his name was Tito or something like that was the sidekick's name, but it was played by Bruce Lee. Yeah, Bruce Lee played this guy's sidekick.
Oh my god.
And what's crazy is there's a scene where Batman's stuck and the Green Hornet comes in and saves him. And it was supposed to be filmed where Bruce Lee just comes down and unties him, but instead Bruce Lee like leaps over the thing and starts doing like all these like crazy like karate moves and stuff, and then saves Batman. So it's really cool. There's another scene.
So there's an actually legitimately cool scene.
Yeah. Just that one though. There's another scene though where they're trying to save this woman. She's been kidnapped, and they finally find where she'd been held, but she's gone. And the only thing is left is this bowl of alphabet soup that she had been eating. Right? They left this bowl, and Batman looks over to Robin and goes, "Robin, give me my alphabet soup message decoder." And he gives him like this mug, and they pour it in, and it spits out the message that this woman had left for him.
It's the greatest. Here's what I wanted not to do now, John. And I can't do this immediately, right?
Yeah.
I want to go back. I want to watch the Christopher Nolan Batman trilogy.
Oh yeah, I don't know those.
I want to watch all three. I want to watch all three of those.
Wait, the Christopher Nolan one?
What?
That's the newest one, ish, right?
Yeah, Batman Begins, The Dark Knight.
Why would you want to go back and watch those? Go watch the '90s ones.
Well, I almost started watching the '90s cartoon, but then I was like, I'm gonna fall asleep if I do that.
Yeah, it's kind of slow, but no, watch the '90s movies.
Are they good?
I mean, in a Batman way? Have you never seen the '90s Batman movies? Batman, Batman Returns, Batman Forever, Batman and Robin?
No, never watched them. I think I've seen Batman Returns because we had it, but
okay, no, stop right there. You need to watch all of these.
Okay.
Batman's good. Batman Returns is good. Batman Forever starts going downhill. Batman and Robin is completely ridiculous. But in Batman and Robin, I think it's in Batman and Robin, they're climbing this like big metal thing, and Robin looks over and goes, "Holy rusted metal, Batman!" And Batman's like, "What?" Robin's like, "The metal is holy and rusted."
This movie starts, Sean. I'm like, oh, we can definitely pull sound clips out of this movie. That's my first thought. Like, I'm like, this has got perfect moments that we could just play on the show for the rest of forever. And then I realized that like the entire movie could just be
sound clips.
It's just sound clips.
Yeah, no, it's great. No,
you need
to go back and watch the '90s Batmans.
Okay, I'll do that eventually. And I didn't pick a movie, John, so you got to pick another movie.
What?
I forgot. It was late.
You're killing me.
But what I want to do is I want to go back and watch. I guess now I should watch all the Batman movies, and I want to see if I think this one I will enjoy the most. Forever.
Oh, it is like the most enjoyable Batman. I am not going to say it's the best Batman, right?
It's not great. No. It's not. It's not a good story. It's very stupid. But it is so fun. And for that, it gets the credit of being the funnest Batman movie.
Yes, no, it definitely does. Okay, here's the question. Do you want to watch a movie that neither of us have seen?
Okay.
Or do you want to watch a movie that I have seen and that I am recommending you to watch?
Let's watch one that we've never seen because we haven't done that yet.
Okay.
That way it still feels like I picked it then.
I'm looking at my list of like movies that I have put up here to watch. This is really, really, really good for whatever. I might have to, I don't know. We'll see if I come up with anything while I'm
doing this.
Okay, let's pick one. I'm gonna pick one off the indies. The indie section
of Netflix. So this is probably one that none of us have seen.
Nope, and I can't say if it's good or not.
And we'll find out. That's the whole point.
Yes. Let's do. I've seen too many of these. And that one looks, whoa, that one's dirty. Not watching one called White Girls.
Let's watch White Girls, John.
I mean, you mean to read you the thing for it?
Well, no, yeah.
A college girl romping through New York City in search of cocaine and other highs finds something real to grasp, only to see it potentially slip away. And this is under the suggestion for you section, so I'm really wondering what I've been watching that I should not have been.
No matter what's your wife watching.
Oh, here we go. This is what we're going to watch.
Okay, ready.
We're going to watch the Stanford Prison Experiment.
All right. Sounds good.
If you don't know what this is, it is so conducting a study on the psychological of incarceration. A Stanford professor assigns guard and prisoner roles to 24 male test subjects in a mock jail. This is based on a true story.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. This is exciting. Let's do that.
Yeah, let's watch that. I've got some other ones lined up that I will make on our list when it's my turn to pick again, or maybe I'll just keep picking forever. Have you seen Young Frankenstein?
Yes, I love Young Frankenstein.
Okay, that was good.
Love that movie.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Dave. So we're gonna wrap this episode up with a user submitted quiz.
This is scary.
Are you ready, Dave?
Who's the user? Then I'm gonna lose. It's gonna be actors.
Yes, it is. Well, not necessarily actors. Not necessarily actors. This is just, do you know these people? Do you know who these people are?
No.
And he says, I have listed names. You need to ask Dave if he knows for Friday's show. Please go through this one at a time and yell at him accordingly. I started reading through this list and I almost peed myself a little laughing.
Great.
Right. Because he sent me these one by one. And so I'm like seeing these pop up on my watch, like while I'm at work, and I'm just dying and no one knows why. So some of these people, I brought up their IMDb. So when you don't know who they are, I can yell at you appropriately for not knowing them and these different roles that they're in.
Adam, I don't think we're friends anymore.
Okay, here's the first one. Do you know who Dustin Hoffman is?
I know the name.
Okay, do you know who he is?
Am I going to tell you what he's in? No.
Come on, you got to be able to come up with something. He has done
I guarantee
everything.
you I've seen a Dustin Hoffman movie.
He's got 83 credits as an actor.
Okay, so pick the highlights, John.
Pick the highlights? I mean, and I'm just kind of going through here. He was in I Heart Huckabees. I like I Heart Huckabees quite a bit.
Never seen that.
You should. You should. He was in Sleepers.
Nope.
He was Captain Hook in the movie Hook.
Okay, I've seen that, but that was
Have
terrible.
you seen Dick Tracy?
No.
Oh, that's going on my list. I got to figure out where it's streaming, and that is going on my list. He played Mumbles, and it was amazing.
Why don't we just use one of these names every week, John? Then this segment can go on forever.
Oh no! You can't do it. You have to do them all together. He was Raymond Babbitt in Rain Man. Like, no. He was in Death of a Salesman.
Seen that.
Tootsie, Kramer versus Kramer.
Never seen Kramer versus Kramer.
I'm a little sad. I mean,
this is going to be this whole thing, John.
Okay, well, consider yourself.
Everybody just tune out now.
Okay, what about the next one on the list is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Nope. All these names sound familiar, John, but if you're going to ask me what they're
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar,
what you're going to ask me what they're in, I'm not going to tell you.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is a basketball player.
Okay.
Very, very famous basketball player.
Okay.
He was also in the movie Airplane.
Right.
And he's the co-pilot. And this kid gets to go up there. Have you seen Airplane? Airplane's like slapstick comedy about this plane.
Yeah, we watched it in a class in high school, actually.
Okay, so you remember when the kid goes up to the front of the plane, he's like, "Aren't you Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?" And the guy's like, "No." And the next time you see him, he's like wearing the same outfit, but he's got like a basketball jersey on. And like every time it flashes back to him, he's got more and more of his like jersey and like the things that make him iconic. You don't remember this?
No.
Okay. Number 3. Julia Roberts.
Nope.
What? Are you kidding me? No, you don't know Julia Roberts?
No.
Pretty Woman? Aaron Brockovich?
Remember, I'm younger than you, John.
But Julia Roberts is a huge name.
Huge. The name isn't, John. It's not the name that I don't know. It's the movies.
Okay, I'm trying
to
go through here and see what
in the things that they've done that I don't know.
Have you seen the animated Charlotte's Web from 2006?
Yes.
She did the voice of Charlotte
1,000 times.
Have you seen the Ocean's 11 movies?
No. Ocean's 11. Everybody tells me Ocean's 11 movies are dumb.
I mean, they're not great, but
well, then why would I see them?
They're worth watching. They're worth watching. Come
on, no, they're not. That's like the Avatar thing. Like you're saying, like it's good, it's worth watching, it's important and monumental, but it's really not that good at all.
No. I would never say that about that. By the way, did you not see Aaron Brockovich? Aaron Brockovich was good.
Nope.
My Best Friend's Wedding.
Nope.
She was in one episode of Friends.
John, this is why we have a movie segment.
God, I hate you.
Guys,
anyone else yelling at you in the chat? No one's yelling at you in the chat.
We'll never make it to episode 10, John, because they're gonna hate me now.
Yeah. Okay. Number 4, Ronald McDonald.
Yes.
Okay. Number 5, John Beeler.
Yes.
Okay. Good.
Nobody else does though.
Number 6, Cookie Monster.
Yes.
Okay. Number 7, Dave Moore's mom.
Nope, never heard of her.
Oh, you just hit your mic. Number 8, Dave, do you know Jesus? Number 9, the Sun.
This is the worst. This is the worst thing ever, John.
And number 10, the final one, that one red car guy from the movie Cars 2. Okay, guys, that was our quiz.
If
from
you
Adam.
guys are not listening to Megadads, this is why you listen to Megadads.
And yeah, because apparently they break our show. Oh, God. Okay, if you have other suggestions for games I can play with Dave, send them to me. Hit me up on Twitter. If I don't follow you, hit me up, make a comment. I'll message you or whatever, so that you can
say I've got a game for Dave. Hashtag
Yeah.
gay not Dave for Dave or whatever it is.
You can't even say the hashtag that Gary made. Anyway, hit me up. I enjoy these listener submitted things and anything that breaks Dave. So, all right, Dave, let's get out of here, man. So, so remember what was the name of the movie I said? Oh yeah, the Stanford Prison Experiment.
Yes, Stanford.
That is a movie that you need to be watching. We will talk about it next Friday, it'll be a morning show. Next week is going to be Monday and Wednesday evening shows.
Oh, good for letting me know that now.
Yeah, next week is Monday and Wednesday evening shows. Friday we'll be back to a morning show.
And if you guys want it in the morning, you can always listen on Tuesday morning and Thursday morning.
True that.
It'll be your pod feed, your podcatchers.
Yes, it will. All right, Dave, take us out of here.
Of course, guys, this is a show about forgetting to be cool. That sounds like an intro. I'm Dave Moore. That's Jonny Casino. We will see you guys on Monday evening. Look at John. I'm all screwed up. You're screwing me up. We'll see you Monday night. Live on the Dacespace YouTube channel at, what did we agree on? 10 Eastern, yeah. 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or Eastern Daylight Time, whatever it is right now. It's a daylight time zone that it is now. For all our links to email our show, go to forgetbeingcool.com, powered by the Dacespace Podcast Network. We'll see you guys Monday. And off the air.